The jailer came in the evening. Dante was on his bed. It seemed to him that thus he better guarded the unfinished opening. Doubtless there was a strange expression in his eyes, for the jailer said, "Come, are you going mad again?" Dante did not answer. He feared that the emotion of his voice would betray him. The jailer went away, shaking his head. Night came. Dante hoped that the neighbor would profit by the silence to address him, but he was mistaken. The next morning, however, just as he removed his bed from the wall, he heard 3 knocks. He threw himself on his knees. "Is it you?" said he. "I am here."
"Is your jailer gone?"
"Yes," said Dante. "He will not return until the evening, so that we have 12 hours before us."
"I can work then,"
said the voice. "Oh, yes, yes, this instant, I entreat you." In a moment that part of the floor on which Dante was resting his 2 hands, as he knelt with his head in the opening, suddenly gave way. He drew back smartly, while a mass of stones and earth disappeared in a hole that opened up beneath the aperture he himself had formed. Then from the bottom of this passage, the depth of which it was impossible to measure, he saw appear, first the head, then the shoulders, and lastly the body of a man, who sprang lightly into his cell. Oh, okay, we have contact. We have first contact. Dante and number 27 are together, physically, not separated by the massive walls and floors of this dungeon any longer. They are now true partners in time and space, because they inhabit the same space, which is Dante's cell. Can I explain how physics work? Wow. This chapter has taken a lot out of me. I'm not going to lie. It's been a ringer. But here we are. What a cliffhanger to take us into the next chapter, huh? We don't know who this guy is exactly. We don't know what his whole deal is yet, except that he wants to escape and he's going to team up with Dante to do so. This really, it just ends on a note of hopeful excitement, doesn't it? Moments like this, I don't know why this moment just lives rent-free in my head, and I apply it to so many situations in life. But the moment when they are now together puts in mind the gif or the moment from Billy Madison where he catches the dodgeball in one hand and says, "Now you're all in big, big trouble." Everyone that has imprisoned these two, particularly Dante, are now all in big, big trouble because he's not alone anymore. He has someone helping him achieve his goals and grow stronger than the man he was before. So watch out, world, is all I'm saying. Villefort, watch your back. Danglars, watch your back. Cadrus, TBD. Fernand, watch your back. And everyone, watch your fronts, because I don't feel like Dante's the type of guy who's going to stab you in the back. You all are the backstabbers. Dante is the front stabber, so watch your fronts. Cover yourselves. But it doesn't matter, because Dante's going to get you anyway. I know it. I can feel it in my heart. Oh my God. I've lost my mind, I think. But I have a bit of an announcement to make. A little cliffhanger of my own. I went to the bookstore to look at that 23-volume set of Alexander Dumas novels, illustrated romances of Alexander Dumas, printed in 1910 by P.F. Collier and Son, hardcover, mint condition, maybe not mint condition, but very good condition. And I took the little slip that had the price on it and walked up to the counter. And what do you think I did with it? Well, stay tuned tomorrow for the start of chapter 16, where I will reveal the answer. Ha ha ha! Look at that. Cliffhanger of my own. Okay, I am podcasting in the hottest studio in the world. This is my 5th episode recording of the day. I really think I've lost my mind. I'm so sorry, everyone. I will be on my better behavior tomorrow for chapter 16. I'm excited. I don't have much more to add to what we've discovered today. So let's just keep going into chapter 16 tomorrow. And since it's the end of the chapter, just want to let you know that if you are interested in the story-only audio, you can get that over at patreon.com/gruntworkpod, which is the Gruntwork Podcast Network Patreon. Your contributions can go toward helping keep the show on the air, and you get those audio files whenever a chapter is finished. So today, chapter 15, as well as the previous 14 chapters, are available for you to go listen to. It's a great way to just keep up with what's going on in the story, brush up before we get into a new chapter. And if you can't do that, understood, but your ratings and reviews on all of the podcatchers that you listen to, Apple Podcasts specifically, really goes a long way to get us into the algorithm and seen by more people. I would love to grow the show as much as we can over the next 4 years. We got a lot of cool stuff in store to cover, not only with the Count of Monte Cristo, but all of our tangential stuff. And if you can, just tell someone you know about the show. If you go to a bookstore, just tell them, hey, I listened to this absurd podcast where the host reads one page of the Count of Monte Cristo every day for 4 years. It's sometimes hard to follow. The host tends to lose his mind when he gives commentary, but it's enjoyable, and just thought you should know in case you're interested or any of your customers are interested. Okay. I can't think straight. It's so hot in this podcast studio. I have to go. I have to. So join me here tomorrow for the start of chapter 16. Where are we going to go from here, folks? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. So until then, okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.